All right, good Friday evening, everyone. I'm trying to keep you updated on the severe weather as we go into Saturday. I'm trying to get this done before the Bomber game starts. So let's get right into it. If you're just now joining us, please push that like button, comment where you're from across the Twin Lakes area. If you haven't followed Twin Lakes Live or Twin Lakes Weather, please hit that follow button as well. So let's get right into it because we have all modes of severe weather possible. Tomorrow, we're going to take a look at the risks. We're going to take a look at the timing, go over future radar as well. All right, first, let's go over lows for tonight into tomorrow morning. Of course, early tomorrow morning, you'll start out in the lower to mid 60s with probably some rain and some chances of thunderstorms out west, especially towards Branson, Jasper, Harrison. The rest of us, we're kind of waiting in the wings to see what this overnight complex does and where that outflow boundary kind of sets up across the area, because that's going to be critical on the tornado threat and the severe weather as well tomorrow. Let's take a look at highs for tomorrow as well. So good chance of storm, especially out west as we go earlier in the day. But as we get past 10, 11, 12 o'clock noon hour, as we go past the noon hour, like I said, Yellville, Mountain Home towards Ash Flat, that's when our thunderstorm chances really start ramping up as we go throughout the afternoon and then through the evening hours. So right around 80 degrees around Mountain Home area, 81 over at Yellville. A little bit warmer out east. You'll have a little bit more opportunity maybe for some sun out that way early before cloud cover starts rolling in the storms as well. All right, you probably wonder where the storm system comes. So let's take a look at water vapor right now and kind of get out of here and go towards the southwestern United States. See this little kind of turning in the atmosphere? That's the next disturbance that's going to be rocketing out of the desert southwest and start going, basically go east and then start rocketing northeast through Oklahoma into Kansas and off towards the Great Lakes. And then there's cold fronts going to be slamming into the region. And that's going to set the stage for some severe weather and some much needed rain across the area. I wish we can get away from this severe weather, but some good amounts of rain possible coming for the Twin Lakes area. So let's take a look at the severe weather risks as we go towards tomorrow. Alrighty, here is the severe weather outlook for tomorrow. This is day 2 outlook. There'll be a new outlook that comes out right around 1 or 2 o'clock in the morning from the Storm Prediction Center. So this is as of 12:30 this afternoon. Last update from them. All of Arkansas under a slight risk of severe weather for tomorrow. Parts of eastern Oklahoma, northeastern Texas, down to northern Louisiana, over towards Memphis as well. If anybody's traveling, especially up towards Missouri, up to Springfield, Branson, anywhere like that, or going over towards West Memphis or Memphis tomorrow, especially tomorrow evening out that way. Slight risk severe weather, basically encompassing the whole Twin Lakes area and all of Arkansas, that is, and southern Missouri. All right, so scattered severe thunderstorms are possible tomorrow across the area, damaging wind gusts in excess of 60 miles per hour. A few tornadoes and hail may occur with some of these storms. Let's take a look at the risks, and we'll go over future radar here really quickly before that Bomber game starts. All right, here's the tornado risk for tomorrow. That brown area, basically all the Twin Lakes area up here of southern Missouri into northern Arkansas, including Mountain Home, Yellville, over towards Harrison, over to Salem, West Plains, Gainesville. You're in that 5 to 9% probability of a tornado within 25 miles of any given point. So this is where this, like I said, this is the day 2 outlook. There'll be a new outlook out in the morning. We'll have updates on the Twin Lakes Live page and the Twin Lakes Weather page as well. And then if severe weather ramps up, hopefully it doesn't. Hopefully we just get a nice general rain through here, but I doubt that kind of happens. But we'll be live as the severe weather rolls through tomorrow. So just stay tuned with that. We'll be live as long as there's warnings throughout the area. Hopefully we don't get that, but we will be there for you all to kind of keep you all safe. All right, so that's the tornado outlook. Here is the wind outlook. Nothing really. If you follow me for a while, there's been if we get those hatched areas if there was a black hatched area over the region, that would mean significant severe weather. And luckily, as of right now, we do not have that. So initial storms, as they initialize tomorrow, that's going to be more of a supercell kind of type, and that's where the tornado threat will come. As we go later in the afternoon, that cold front's really going to be plowing into the region, and it's going to catch up with those storms. They're going to turn more linear, and that means more straight line wind threat, heavy rains, lightning, maybe some hail as well. So that's basically how tomorrow's going to play out. And then here's the hail risk for tomorrow as well, mostly to basically Mountain Home over towards Yellville, Flippin, Harrison, and west of there, and up towards southern Missouri, and then over towards northwest Arkansas. That's where the severe hail in excess of 1 inch in diameter is possible. Let's go over future radar really quick. All right, as we go throughout the rest of this evening and through the overnight hours, nothing really going on except maybe as we get towards early in the morning, 3, 4, 5 o'clock in the morning, could be some storms popping up towards northeastern Oklahoma, northwest Arkansas, and those are going to be moving northeast. Now, like I said, the biggest question is this storm this cluster of storms. How is it going to affect our region? Well, if these develop further east or start coming more southeast tonight to early tomorrow morning, that's going to basically limit some of our instability across the Twin Lakes area, and that's what we want if we don't want severe weather. So if we get some rain and some storms in the morning, late morning hours, that'll probably lessen the tornado threat, the severe weather threat, but still, as of right now, I think that's going to basically guide up towards Springfield, hover around the I-44 corridor just south or north of there as of right now. And then that's going to basically, this is 9 o'clock in the morning. So there'll be a outflow boundary probably across northwest Arkansas to southern Missouri kind of sitting there. And that's where the moisture, instability, everything's kind of going to pool as we go into the afternoon hours, and then we're going to get that disturbance that kicks out, and then you see the storms really starting to fire over here in northeastern Oklahoma and heading up towards southwestern Missouri into northwest Arkansas. So this is noon tomorrow, 1 o'clock. Storms really get fired up across the area, and if this played out like this model is, this HRRR model, then we will be kind of in the warm sector, which is not the good sector you want to be in if you don't want tornadoes. Okay, so like I said, there's some question marks, and the Storm Prediction Center has highlighted that because there's still some question marks on where this overnight complex kind of ends up or lays that boundary at. But this is kind of give you an idea what timing looks like as of right now, the Friday evening. So as we go towards tomorrow afternoon, big line of storms really starting to plow east-southeast through southern Missouri into northwestern Arkansas. And as we go towards 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock, I want to back this up one time. If you get storms out by themselves, that's where it's going to be there. That's where there's going to be some issues. Okay. Tornado issues. If better chance of tornadoes if these storms get out ahead of this line of storms. So broken line of very severe storms as we go towards 4 o'clock tomorrow afternoon. Timing, like I said, timing could change. I'm just trying to give you an idea what could happen tomorrow. So here's 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock, and all the way through the evening hours. Very good general rain, possibly as much as maybe 1 to 2 plus inches. If you get some training of storms, you probably get some localized 2 to 3 inch amounts. So we'll see what happens for sure. But stay up on the weather with us. We'll keep you updated over on Twin Lakes Live and Twin Lakes weather as well. Thank you so much for watching, and go Bombers.